So we did a little thing last night, and I won't lie, this freaking character is actually amazing. So welcome back to another video of Duet Night Abyss, you guys. Blade here once again, and I have to say this character is way too freaking fun. After using her for, I guess, half a whole day, I can say she's definitely one of my most fun characters to actually play, and I'm gonna at least show you guys what I'm going to be building on her to really have her do the best that she possibly can. Now do keep in mind this character is not fully done just yet. My skills are not all the way upgraded to 8. Seeing I've invested a lot into other characters already here, so be patient with me. But of course we are going to of course show it off and show what she really can do. So if you guys are interested in this, should hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's jump straight into it. So as our overview here, we're sitting on 18k, nearly 19k Lumino attack here, with a bunch of things going into our skill range, which is going to allow us to convert a lot of that into skill damage. Lady Nifle herself is a character that really accesses or really loves to be more of that supporter side, but once you get her to a little thing called I6, that supporter now turns into a walking nuclear bomb, which is just amazing, because instead of her being a straight up support at I6, she's now able to use range weapons to summon her skills, being Lunar Hunt as well as Solar Eclipse. Every time we use this here, we're able to actually trigger it every few seconds and have a 25% to summon this, and it just allows her to deal a ton of freaking damage. So exactly how are we going to work with this character? Well, I think everything's just going to really stem from the skills firstly, and we're going to check out the damage skill. So the damage skill, to understand how this does work, it's called Lunar Hunt. Lunar Hunt itself is actually able to go ahead and deal a little bit of damage, which is based on Umbro damage, and it also reduces movement speed. Well, Lunar Hunt has a chance to change itself, or it will change itself on its second hit, something called Solar Eclipse. Whenever we do change to Solar Eclipse itself, it will drag anything into the range and then reduce their attack while dealing some damage. So she technically has a two-parter on this whole skill, and it's going to be the main thing our I6 is really going to excel at. Then we have the second part, which is going to be the ult, being Misty Sea Requiem. Now the ult pretty much allows us to spam our first skill, being Lunar Hunt and Solar Eclipse, because at this point in time we're taking all of our skill range and we're now allowing that exceeded amount to go into skill damage. This is great for us because this means we can pretty much spam as much as possible and get a ton of damage off, but whenever we are under this said status effect as well, we're able to gain trigger probability. So anytime we're using a ranged weapon, which is a huge for our I6 ability here, we have a high chance of proccing Lunar Hunt and Solar Cost, or at least Solar Eclipse, easily. So not only are we pulling people, we're getting increased damage, but we're able to sit here and spam it non-stop, which is always great. Then our next thing that we're going to be going over is her passive. Now her passive pretty much allows us to get more trigger probability, and whenever we do cast Lunar Hunt, we're able to also spawn a Solar Eclipse. So there are times where they will spawn both of them in the same area, which is always going to be great for her, meaning the more damage we can really get off, and two different things that we're able to do. And once again, the I6 is allowing you to just deal some absolutely nasty things here. So the demon wedges that we're going to be running on this character are going to be these guys right here. I've been testing a few of them out just well. I tried 2 Volition, I kind of liked it but didn't like it all too much, and then I tried straight up like 5 Scorches. I like it, but I think the amount that of course that I'm going to try to stick with is 4 Scorches, 1 Volition, Onslaught, Wildfire, and then Prime Morale. Of course, this is not a final like build for this here. This is my first build guide on this character, so I am open to changing some things. I'm going to be testing a lot on stream. I'm going to be testing off stream as well, and hopefully we can find the perfect set effect for this character. But currently this is what I'm using, and it has been doing a freaking lot of damage recently. As for our actual weapons that we're using the Wither Shade to give us extra skill range by 36%, and then we are using the Embla Inflorescence, which is where everything goes bonkers with this character. It not only increases our skill range, but it also allows us to have a lock on nearby enemies. But whenever we're actually using this, we're able to also grant ourselves 35% skill damage for 6 whole seconds, which is a lot longer than a lot of you guys do think. So that's actually really huge for us. We're able to get more of that skill damage on off, and it's freaking great. As from the demon wedges that we're using on here, we're using Rain of Quivers, giving us 200% multi-shot, Holdover with the 82%, Trommel giving us the 100% trigger probability, Focus with 100% crit chance, Celerity with 54% attack speed, Trauma over here giving us both the 54% crit damage and trigger probability. Polarity Cunning giving us the 60% attack speed, but negative in our attack itself. And then Tyranny giving us more of a chance to crit, or at least deal crit damage, gaining us more trigger probability as well. Now, this character I'm still working on, so she doesn't do absolutely the most godly amount of damage, but she still is freaking awesome. So we're gonna go over to the Sanctuary, and I'm gonna show this on a couple of the minions. This character will get you through so much dang junk. It's kind of insane. And even in bossing, she is very, very powerful. The only reason why I don't want to do too much bossing right now is because I want to be able to showcase her with max skills. Now, if we go ahead and check out any of these characters, let's just put a bunch of these dudes down, right? I'll put 10, put them at 180, and we'll have fun. Now, we're not going to use any allies for this just because I want to show you guys what she can do alone. But if we do something like this, get everyone around here, I'm gonna pop on my buff. We have our E skill, which does gather, of course, and deal some damage, but this is where the magic happens. Her bow is able to proc the freaking explosions like her E skill, bro. This is the best. Sorry about that, guys. This is the best thing ever, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. I freaking love it because this doesn't actually take up any sanity. And as long as you're able to just tap it, you don't even have to like hardcore tap. You can just straight up tap, and it has a high chance of just triggering every last one of those explosions, which is freaking great. This is freaking awesome here, and I won't even lie. It's just the best thing to freaking do. Because all you gotta do is this in this game. It's just freaking awesome. Now, granted, you do run out of ammo, so if you don't have arrows, especially for like huge what's it called, mobs like this, or huge areas like this, you will end up running out of arrows. But don't worry about this. You'll be able to get more of this up here as well, as long as you have ammo boxes on you, which crafting them is very, very easy. And then whenever you're dealing with just bosses or mobs in general, you usually won't run out of these arrows all too often, especially for like Mystic Maze. You won't ever run out of those guys because I think it's like infinite in there. But all in all, this character, it's actually way too freaking fun. And that was just on one there. If we went ahead and just used one character just to show this off here, you guys are able to see how this really does work here. So if we just go over here, use our little buff, of course, and then I'm just gonna pop my E off just so I can gather, and then you can see the taps, and every time we get the explosion, that's where we really want to see it. Our small taps aren't really dealing damage. It's always going to be the explosion that's going to allow you to deal a ton of damage here and allow you to have a lot of fun with it. Now, if you wanted to use two characters alongside this character, the ones that I've been using has been the Fox Hunter as well as Truffle. Both of them have been really great, especially with the criticals that you can get off and the extra skill that we can get off as well. So I think you could very well just build into that when you do want to. But other than this, where can we use her? Well, bosses excel really well. We can use her in anything that we really want to. But with my build just yet, seeing that I'm not too done yet, I don't know if we'll be able to take down a boss as fast as I want to. But heck, we're gonna try and take down one of them. Now, seeing that my build is incomplete, let's see what we can do here. Let's go to the Nocturnal Echoes, and I think we're doing this one at first. So it is going to be a little bit of a problem from right, because we have to break the legs first here. But let's go ahead and go fight him and see how much damage we can do with this guy. Because man, this, especially in the Mystic Maze, is probably the most fun ever. I could probably show you guys a little bit of that as well. This is how I've been farming a ton of Mystic Maze up here and just getting a lot of gold whenever I need it. But pretty much, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this on off. Boom. I'm gonna use this here because it doesn't really matter. And then let's just get the tapping. Get the tapping. Just destroying whatever we want. And I'm gonna do this again. Boom. Break them legs here. Keep on going. Break them legs again. We got to keep on going because at this point we're able to, of course, get all our arrows back. Continue destroying what we need destroyed. Boom, 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 boom. And then I'm gonna pop this on off again. And at this point, you can kind of spam the E if you want to, and then just spam this a few times too, because all the way you can kind of pair both of which at the same time and get more damage. So dang, I actually didn't do it in time. I was gonna press F last second, but I kind of messed up there. My own bad there. But it's freaking great how fast she can destroy. And this is us being like without her having like the best of the best on. So we're actually doing really good, seeing we have a lot of our stuff not freaking upgraded, which is freaking great. Now I know there's going to be some tryhards out there who's probably mad that I didn't press the F or I didn't have her do such and such right. Listen, I'm still learning this character myself, and even then I gotta admit, she's so much fun. So let's go ahead and pop this on off again. Let's just get her on down. I don't think really we're gonna miss out too much here. And I think the best thing, if we just wanted to, let's just break his shield. Let's break his shield. He can keep stomping and it ain't gonna stop us. So I mean, we're just gonna keep tapping, get the shield on down, and he just pretty much goes bye-bye anyway. So this is just the great part about this all. Look at him popping off, getting angry, doesn't freaking matter. Smack him on down, keep going as much as possible, hit him with this again, and this time we're not gonna miss this. So I do want to go ahead and just tap this on, get a little slice, get that on off for damage. And oh dude, this is way too great. I think the best place that I love to showcase her off though is definitely going to be in the Mystic Maze. And it's just because the Mystic Maze here, you can just see the amount of carnage she can get away with. So it took us a while. I think it was like 2 minutes maybe, seeing that we are a little, yeah, 2 minutes, seeing that we are of course a lot weaker here. I'm still trying to get my rotations down, but I really do love this character. This character is way too freaking fun here. I think before we close out the video, let's try the Mystic Maze. Now, Mystic Maze, for a lot of you guys, if you do not know, is going to give you a ton of coins, especially once you hit level 60, because you'll get like 12k of these threads, or at least I think it's 9k or plus 9k every run. And you just exchange every last one of these out and you can get yourself around 1 million coins. I'll be doing a video about this later here, but dude, let's just do it for the first few stages just to show you guys how much fun this can really be. But we don't even have to pop our O off. We're just gonna do it for the funnies, because at this point I can sit here and do something like this and it just procs. This is the most fun I was doing last night on stream, and I love it because at this point I just gotta click, aim, click, aim, click, aim, and keep tapping. This is great. This right here, this is all I wanted for Christmas. I'm gonna just be so honest with you. So this character gets a lot of things done that really she shouldn't get away with. And I think a lot of you guys who are probably going to invest into I6 will really enjoy her playstyle. But I'm going to continue this off camera. And if you have gotten up Lady Nifle as well, how do you feel about her? So far, I'm enjoying her. As for my first build for her, I definitely say it's pretty darn decent, but I know there's some things I can change. So any recommendations, any things you guys can see, and peek the dang big, god dang. But till next time, everybody, peace out, have a nice one.